Boom! Welcome back to another Vibrations here on the one and only Mystelics Vlogs. Welcome to our Mystelics Vlogs. Welcome back once again, guys, for another Mystelics vlog. I just want to make sure that you guys know sooner or later, guys, of course, we are approaching the end of the year. We are going to be doing some vlogs, outside vlogs, when it comes down to that Vibrations right there. This is one of the transitions that I want to be doing. And like I also said before, guys, I want to be doing an app as well where I can actually combine all the channels. Sometimes you guys say you don't see this, you don't see that, whatnot. So, guys, hopefully by the end of this year, hopefully for January 1st, guys, we'll actually have this done and power for you guys. So with that said, guys, definitely subscribe and turn on our post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. And give this video a thumbs up, guys. I would appreciate that right there and then. So a lot of things are in the work, guys. A lot of things are in the works. We're gonna try our best to make it happen, put everything together for you guys, and then you guys just have to download the app, and of course you can just follow the videos right there and then for everything, guys. And of course I will try my best to be giving, and not try my best, I'll be definitely giving some giveaways and so forth on the app when it comes up to that situation, so you guys can definitely participate. It's not just some people knowing and some don't. When you definitely download the app, everybody will get to know about that Vibrations right there and then. With that said, guys, hopefully everything does work out God's spare, guys, so we can actually make that happen and of course elevate to another standing yet again on the YouTube channels, and of course the different Vibrations, for which I'm also going to be including Patreon and a number of other things as well, including the store. The link of that will always be in the description below, so you guys can definitely check that out. But if you want to get the shirts and stuff, but it'll definitely be on the app as well when that comes out. So hopefully we can make that happen, guys, and you guys will definitely download the apps and see what is the latest taking place all over the world when it comes down to different vibes that I want to be doing. I want to be doing more reactions as well coming in 2022 I should say. But I want to be doing more of that Vibrations right there. So there's always a good look. It comes down to elevating to an understanding, guys. So keep it up on that Vibrations as you don't know. Now, guys, as you can pretty much see right there from the list, there's a number of individuals for which we must make mention of the top performers for the July 2021 to August 2021 CSEC examinations. And of course, the secondary school of Portsmouth, the secondary schools, I should say, of Portsmouth, pretty much took the top 7 positions when it comes down to this list right there. And of course, the first one deals with the SDA School in Glanville, Portsmouth, the Arthur Aldron SDA School, and of course, Daniel Bacchus, I pronounced his last name properly, a male who got 12 ones and 1-2. That was rather outstanding right there. Then you have the Portsmouth Secondary School, Charissa George, a female, 11 ones and 2 2s in this regard. And another one from Arthur Aldron SDA, Kezia Roye, a female, 11 ones, 1 2. And of course, my cousin right there, Isaiah Yankee, from the Portsmouth Secondary School, got 11 ones in this regard. Another one from Portsmouth Secondary School got 10 ones and 5 2s. That's 15 subjects right there. That person came from the Portsmouth Secondary School. And another one from the north, Janice Corbett, came from the St. John's Academy, who got 10 ones and 3 2s. That's 13 subjects. And another one from the St. John's Academy, Delight Peter, got 10 ones and 3 2s. Of course, that one came from the St. John's Academy. And of course, you have a number of other schools in the southern part of Dominica Grammar School. Tana, who got 10 ones and 1 2. Convent, Megan, got 10 ones. Another one from Portsmouth Secondary School, Celeste George, a female, got 10 ones as well. Then we have St. Mary's Academy, 2 from St. Mary's Academy, Benton, and this individual's name seems to be Chinese, Huan Zing Han. I pronounced your name properly. If I have not, please don't crucify me for that. But these both individuals got 10 ones as well. There's another one from St. John's Academy who got 9 ones and 6 2s. That's 15 subjects yet again. Guys, let me tell you something. You guys are pretty much dedicated to your subjects and your studies. And I must give kudos to the teachers out there who did their thing. And not just the teachers, but the parents as well, who held these students accountable to studying and ensuring that they put the best foot forward in this regard to have the top of the top in their households right there. So kudos to the parents as well as the teachers, and not just them, but also the students as well who wanted to do well when it comes on to this examination right there. Also, we have from the St. Mary's Academy, Leroy, a male who got 9 ones and 4 2s. That's another 13 subjects right there. Then you have Dominica Grammar School, Sarah, who got 9 ones and 1 2. And of course, Convent, Femi Vital, who got 9 ones in this regard. So kudos to everybody who did their thing when it comes down to this situation. And we have another article right there, guys. This is the individual who made the top of the top when it comes down to the CSEC exams. And of course, it seems like he was an honor roll student right there. But I must big up the Portsmouth Secondary School and of course the Arthur Aldron SDA School, and as well as the St. John's Academy for definitely putting their best foot forward, given the time of atmosphere that individuals were living during the whole pandemic situation And of course, well, I guess what else could you do? You guys can actually check out the link right there. And I must make mention of my cousin, of course. Big up yourself one time, Isaiah Yankee, for definitely being the top of the top as well in this regard. But guys, on a real vibrations, on a realistic point of view, I know this is a wonderful thing, don't get me wrong, and a number of persons have not made it to that list, that special list of the top performers. This list right there, the top performers of the top, man. I actually told the teacher this very thing right there, and she agreed with me. Although this is a wonderful thing, it's a nice achievement, but this actually means nothing to reality whatsoever. It's always a good thing for you to do your best, but if you do your best and your best is not the top, don't feel like you have lost something, because the people who are in charge of or are making the most of the monies or have the most establishments, they don't have these types of accolades to their name, so to speak. They are the ones who understand and try to supply a solution for a problem when it come down to the world. And it is not something that we should always feel like, okay, this individual did great, so I must be the last of the last. It's good to have the prestige of being recognized or, you know, being the top of the top, but take it from someone who was not the top of the top. I was somewhere in the middle. Well, a little, but anyways, take it from someone. When it comes down to the fellow classmates and the other individuals out there, it's a bit different when reality hits. If you don't understand reality for what it is, then you will pretty much be stuck in a loophole when it comes down to, you know, academics, especially when it comes down to Dominica, where you don't really have much of a forward drive to academics, so to speak. Yes, do well in school, but when you do well in school, what is it going to do for you in Dominica? I know a number of persons who are valedictorians and statutarians and all these individuals out there, these accolades to them, to their names, and when it comes down to them being in Dominica, you wonder, well, what was the point in the first place? So don't get me wrong, guys. Do well in school. Do your best in school, because sometimes you never know which subject matters can actually help you to move forward, especially if you're looking to go into things like science and mathematics and academic, or the academia of our existence in terms of how we do our career paths. It is important that we do well in school, yes. I remember this student telling his parents that Mystelics said school doesn't mean anything and whatnot. I never said that, guys. School has its role to play, especially when it comes down to the basics of elevating you. But it's not something that you can say is based off modern reality, guys. Because modern reality, you find a number of persons who have the academic field working for the individuals who did not have the academic field but had the street smart in them to then boost up themselves, to then hire this academically sound individuals to make them make more money than the academic individuals in themselves. I remember Bill Gates, who stated the same thing as well. He said his friend went to college and got all the degrees and whatever, but his friend is now working for him, or his friend was working for him, and of course boosting his money factor, whereas he was making billions, his friend was making a few $100,000 in this regard. So it's always unique to understand or answer the questions that are made available for certain problems that we face in this time. Of course, we have the internet going up, we have computers, we have a number of things, but the great inventors actually brought these things to us. Even the cameras that I'm using right now, somebody invented that and is making billions of dollars. So guys, don't always feel like you're limited because you didn't do well as these individuals did, because in reality these things actually mean absolutely nothing at all, unless you want to be involved in being a doctor or a nurse or something that is needed to have these subject matters done for you. Even the United States is starting to move away from academia, so to speak, but more on the experience field, where they are now starting to hire individuals on an experience basis, because most of the times the people who have more experience are the ones who are much better in dealing with certain subject matters. So the individuals out there, including the individuals who have done well, don't limit yourself in terms of an academic point of view. It's good that we understand the system, and it seems like the system is teaching us how to be loyal and obedient to the system. Yes, go to school, do well so you can get a nice job and then continuously slave. There's one thing I learned from Ross University in listening to the meetings that they actually had amongst the students. Of course, a doctor came down. He's married to a Dominican woman, and of course they live in the States. They have 3 children, and he came down and they were asking him questions about how is his experience, because he pretty much went through the whole system right there of being back in the day Ross student. I think that was over 15 years ago. He was in Dominica, and of course they're asking him about his debt, paying his debt, and he pretty much explained that it is something that is natural. So he still has debt. Being a doctor, a professional doctor, guys, he still has debt over 15 years paying off his debt. But he says that it's part of his life right now. It's like a normal thing. you pay your debt, you get your thing, you pay your mortgage and everything like that. So it's rather interesting, the whole sphere of how you look at how success is. Some people might not consider this success because he has debt. Some people might consider he has success because he's a doctor. On which playing field do you look at? Do you want to have debt and consider being successful? It's just putting it out there that, you know, it's not always set in stone when it comes down to doing well in school. Do well in school, don't get me wrong. Make your mama proud, because if your mama beating you and stuff because you're not doing well in school, don't say me that to that. It is important that we do well in school, but it's also vital that you understand the world that you're living in. A lot of what we have been studying in Dominica and the education system has not adapted, and that is one of the reasons why I like Mia Motley, because she's looking into a different type of education, not just one size fits all kind of education, because different people have different skills and abilities which they can use to help build the economy in a way that is more conducive, not just for themselves but for everybody, because they're contributing their skills to the economy in this regard. So I think that is always a vital thing right there. And students, not just students but parents, I think you guys have a great part to play. Not everybody's academically inclined. It is important to know that your children might be gifted in different ways. I just so happen to be gifted in both ways. Some people are gifted. My cousin is not gifted academically at all. He does music, and of course he makes a ton of money. Remember him in school and he wasn't doing the best at all, and people would think that he was stupid or something, but he's making more money than most of the people he went to school with. That's most, if not all, of them right there, and that is just rather interesting. He gets to travel all over the United States and do music for different people, even the Caribbean as well. So kudos, and understanding what your skills and abilities are in terms of reality is also vital, guys. Because if you remember, guys, the economy shut down and a lot of people were out of jobs. Even if you had all sorts of degrees and these kind of things there, it still didn't matter because the economy shut down. But a lot of people who understood the system figure out what they can get involved in and what the trajectory of the world was going to get involved in these kind of things, and then elevating themselves in this regard. And with that said, congratulations to Portsmouth for being the top of the top right there, the top 7, and of course a number of others were also in the top 16 as well. So congratulations to them, guys, and give this video a thumbs up for them in this regard right there. But remember, this is a wonderful thing, but it's not the end all goal. Most of the things that I did have absolutely nothing to do with school. It's understanding the system and understanding where I can move on from there when it comes down to academics and being street smart, and then trying to help others to also see that as well. So I think it's a very interesting world that we're living in right now, and I think Dominica needs to adapt to it. Yes, do well in school, but also remember that there's more things more important than school right there. I always view school as a way of surviving. They teach you how to survive. They don't teach you how to elevate your standing or utilizing your abilities to elevate and even help your community to help elevate as well. So school is good for certain things. If you want to become a doctor or lawyer, this kind of things, you need to go to school, definitely. But if you want to really push the envelope, I believe you will look into your talents and skills and zone into that. I think parents need to also push their children into this as well, because most of the people I know who have elevated or are successful in their field, they actually did it from a street smart point of view, learning on the other individuals. Larry King was my greatest example in this regard. He became one of the best journalists to ever walk this earth, guys, and he was a roots journalist. He didn't go to school to learn these things. He just gradually learned bit by bit and then elevated to being one of the most prolific journalists ever, and I think that is a wonderful thing right there. What are your thoughts, guys? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. This is pretty much all about for this here vlog. I just thought I'd put that out there. Yes, do well in school, but look beyond school, guys. Look beyond school, and of course we'll see what will take place as a result of that right there. Don't say Mystelics say don't go to school, you know, go to school and learn. My father made us watch a calypso. Go to school and learn, little boy, go to school and learn. I will never forget that right there. But that was back in the time. I would say go to school, but learn the streets, and not the streets being illegal, you know, not that I'm talking about. Learn to be street smart, understand the system of the streets or the world by extension, and see how you can move in it legally, brothers and sisters, legally. That's my main point right there. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for listening to your boy. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. And with that said, guys, tell the wicked people stop their dirty ways, guys, including the system that is also manipulating the youth them to think that, hey, it is only one way when there are multiple ways to make it in this here world. Be real, be positive, guys. But the most I say as always, guys, definitely stay prayed up. Welcome to our Mystelics vlogs.
One day I will blow. Something we gon' show. Wow, this life is a constant uphill battle, but it's also filled with some beautiful moments.